special edition of, I guess there really isn't a title, so it's just Adam's vlog, and yeah, we'll just roll with that. A very special edition of whatever this is. So, a few things. Oh, you may have noticed a straight razor in my hand. Yes, that will be coming into play very shortly. But I do want to point out that I have a tank top on showing off my scars and then my tattooed, ooh, it feels good, my tattooed sutures on top of it. So I've got my Frankenstein tattoos on top of my my scars from my shoulder replacement surgery. I have prosthetic shoulder, which keeps me in constant pain. Constant chronic pain. However, because of the abuse of opioids from other people who are not in constant chronic pain and just like to get high, doctors really don't like to give out the painkillers the way they used to. So I'm just left to be in pain. There's two bones. They grind right on each other. There's no cartilage. And beyond that, there's also several holes shot through my muscles with lasers, then cauterized so they can't heal. So all they do is tear and heal, tear and heal. Not the holes themselves, but the spaces around them. They tear and then they heal back to the hole, and then they tear and then heal back to the hole. The whole time the bones are rubbing on each other. It's just constant pain. So let's talk about medicinal purposes for alcohol. Yes, I am a little tipsy. I have just drank this entire bottle of Handsome Devil red wine. It's good stuff. I was surprised. Usually when you get a gimmicky name, something that's complimentary, they shortchange the wine itself. In this case, though, my wife through my son got me this for my birthday, Handsome Devil. One of my favorite compliments I ever got was I was devilishly handsome. See, I wanted to bring the straight razor back into play because at some point YouTube is going to take a screenshot, and I hope it looks like this, and then that's my screenshot. I'm just going to freeze frame a few things to see if I can get it to do it. We'll see if it uses any of those. Anyway, I wanted to do something fun. So, I am going to shave myself, drive shave with a straight razor while explaining something complex. Now, this complex thing, and I'm sorry, it looks like I'm looking down. Maybe if I tilt it a bit. The wall behind me is clear because we're moving, so I'm trying to get rid of some of that stuff. But, what I would like to do is explain the expansion of the universe. See, once the universe expands out from the central Big Bang of hydrogen atoms, although, if you ask me, it wasn't really hydrogen atoms. It was just something we haven't yet discovered. Sorry, this takes a second. If you start seeing blood pop up, that'll be awesome. Anywho, hydrogen atoms, or whatever it was, these primitive ions, were condensed to a supersolid state at the beginning of the universe. And then they expanded outwards. And an initial blast will eventually be counteracted by the gravity between these masses, which have now become more complex. And then it will start to snap back, and it will eventually end up in the same thing again. It'll end up in a super solid state. No. You see, I already cut myself once. I just got this straight razor. I'm not good with it yet. You know, if I fuck up my beard, it's now on camera. So here's the thing. When you deal with the super solid state that expands and contracts, you end up with, okay, super solid state, boom! And eventually the universe reaches a limit where the gravity outweighs the force of the Big Bang and it pulls back together. And nobody talks about after that. And what do you think is going to happen after that? Boom! Comes back. So, here's the kicker. The universe is a particle that acts like a wave, like an electron. And if you think about that too much, it's going to make your head spin. Let's do the neck. So one of the things you can count on with the condensation of matter is that time will be condensed as well. Oh, cutting a little too far into my beard. Getting some beard hairs out. So, we know that the more mass something has, the more gravity it has, and gravity affects time. So that the time on Jupiter is different than the time on Earth. I really did shave up a little too far. Does it look good? Looks alright, I think. Yeah, it looks alright. I want to get these sides though. So, everybody likes to talk about things like that, but what's the one part that they're not considering? Uh-oh. If all the matter in the universe is condensed down at the point of the Big Bang, and time, if time is attached to matter, all of time has already happened. So within that single point of time, let's say there's one dot, boop, there. And that dot has all the matter in the universe. It also has all the time in the universe. So it has within there every moment that has ever happened. Once you stop thinking about time as something separate from space and just another dimension, right now we are talking about 3 spatial dimensions and 1 temporal dimension, when really there probably is about 9 spatial dimensions, 1, maybe 2 temporal dimensions, depending on whether you can view it as going forward or not. We don't know yet. I should get the eyebrows. Well, if that's the case, everything that's ever going to happen has already happened, and everything that's ever happened is happening. How's it look? A bit more over here. Wish I hadn't cut myself the first time. This is the first time I tried. It was that cut right there. I do like this thing though. It's fun. It's not quite as you know, like I feel like I'm in my gang fight and I'm gonna cut somebody. Like I feel I'll give them very superficial cuts in this. You know, like, oh, I scraped your skin. There you go, take that. Anywho. Conclusion? None.